Hello there, third graders. It's Miss Hess here. Hope everyone's doing well out there. So, I have a nonfiction book for you today, and I know we've done a lot of nonfiction reading lately when I've made videos for you, but it's because you guys are working intensely on nonfiction topics in your literacy units, right? So, you're currently working on the weather topic. So, the book that I have to share with you today is called Oklahoma's Devastating May 2013 Tornado. And this is by Miriam Aronin. Okay? So first of all, do you guys know where Oklahoma is? So Oklahoma is kind of in the central part of the United States. And it is one of the states that fall in what is known as Tornado Alley. You might have been studying about that already. So that's a strip that kind of goes right through the central U.S. Where there's a lot of severe weather. And the states in the Tornado Alley are Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Kansas, South Dakota, Iowa, and Nebraska. Okay? So, this nonfiction book begins with a table of contents, as do most nonfiction books, right? So it tells us all the different topics that are in here. I bookmarked some pages because I'm not going to read through the entire book today, but a lot of interesting stuff. A deadly warning. May 20th, 2013 began as a normal school day at Plaza Towers Elementary School in Moore, Oklahoma. Just before 3 p.m., fourth grader Damian Britton was in math class when he heard a loud siren. Damian knew what this sound meant. A tornado was coming. He and his classmates raced to find shelter. The students took cover in a nearby bathroom. Some of them huddled together inside one tiny stall. Then we heard the tornado, said Damian. It sounded like a train coming. Luckily, the students were not alone. Sixth grade teacher Rhonda Crosswhite had also taken shelter in the bathroom. And this little caption about the picture says, some schools hold tornado drills. During drills, students practice finding safe places to hide in case a tornado strikes. And that's why we practice fire drills at school, and we have evacuation drills, so we know what to do in case of an emergency. From teacher to hero. As Miss Crosswhite and the students huddled in the bathroom, the tornado violently shook the school. Powerful swirling winds tore the roof off the building. Some of the walls crumbled to pieces or collapsed. The monster storm was ripping the school to shreds. Miss Crosswhite threw her body on top of Damien and the other children. We're going to be fine, she told them. I'm protecting you. Debris rained down on Miss Crosswhite. It felt like someone was beating me up, she said. Luckily, in a few minutes, the tornado passed. Miss Crosswhite had painful cuts on her back and feet, but she and the children were safe. She saved our lives, said Damien. And this picture is the before. That's what Plaza Towers Elementary School looked like. And then the after. Just really bad storm. Towering twisters. How do tornadoes like the one that hit Damien's school cause so much damage? A tornado is a fast-moving tube of whirling winds. As it spins over land, a twister can topple trees and destroy buildings. The extreme force of the wind makes tornadoes one of the most devastating kind of storms. And the caption here says, a twister gets its dark gray color from the dust and dirt that its winds pick up from the ground. And scientists rate tornadoes based on the damage they cause as well as their wind speed. Tornadoes are rated from 0 to 5 on the enhanced Fujita scale. The one that hit Moore was an EF5, the strongest type of tornado. Most tornadoes last only about 10 minutes. However, the Moore tornado lasted more than half an hour. As a result, the tornado destroyed a huge area 17 miles long. It caused massive destruction in the cities of Moore, Newcastle, and southern Oklahoma City. When the tornado ended, large parts of Moore, including Plaza Towers Elementary School, had been turned into rubble. Monster tornadoes. Amazingly, May 20th, 2013 was not the first monster tornado that hit Moore. The people of Moore have faced terrifying storms before. On May 3rd, 1999, a huge twister smashed into the city. Its fierce winds reached 302 miles an hour. Wow! That's the highest tornado wind speed ever measured. And then down here, the caption tells us, a less serious tornado hit Moore on May 8, 2003. Luckily, no one died in that storm, but it did cause more than $400 million in damage. And did you guys notice? All three of those tornadoes hit in different years, but always in the month of May. Wow. Heather Moore lived through both the 1999 and 2013 tornadoes. It was very, very similar, she said. Cars were turned over. Some houses were half gone. Some houses were all gone. Oklahomans were shocked that one city could be hit so hard twice. And this one says the 1999 tornado lasted for an hour and a half. It's a long, long time. 36 people died as a result of that storm. It destroyed this and many other houses in Moore. And here's some information about the Tornado Alley. And like I told you, it's just a strip that goes right through the central part of the U.S. Tornado Alley. Why has Moore, Oklahoma been hit by so many twisters? All tornadoes start from violent thunderstorms, which can happen anywhere in the U.S. However, Oklahoma is located in an area where these powerful storms are most likely to form. This long stretch of land is called Tornado Alley. Tornado Alley is part of a large flat area called the Great Plains. There, warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico mixes with cool, dry air from Canada. When strong winds and warm and cold air overlap, powerful thunderstorms form that can cause tornadoes. This is exactly what happened on May 20th, 2013 in Oklahoma. Okay, so I am going to skip a few pages here. This section is called Pulling People Out. After the storm, many people were trapped in the rubble from destroyed buildings. Alfredo, that's a guy that they talked about earlier that we didn't read about, had already saved his neighbors by sharing his shelter. Now he hurried to help more people. Alfredo kicked in a door to save a grandmother and her grandchildren. The whole living room was just obliterated, he remembers. So that means destroyed. That's a great word. Rescue workers raced to save more people injured or trapped by the storm. They searched for survivors in every ruined home. At Plaza Towers Elementary School, children and teachers were buried under the debris. Rescuers found them and carefully pulled them out. In the end, the rescue workers saved more than 100 people in Moore. So that is a really good outcome, but scary to go through, right? Okay, and then I'm going to skip a little bit to the end part here. A safer future. After the storm, broken trees, pieces of crushed buildings, and ruined belongings covered the ground. Removing all the debris would be a huge job. However, before the cleanup began, the city put up new street signs. Why? In neighborhoods that had been destroyed, the old street signs had blown away. The new signs helped rescuers and townspeople find their way through the city. And in this picture here, these are all volunteers that are helping clean up Moore. And then it says, what happened to the debris from the tornado? Old wood, paper, and clothing scraps were burned. Materials that could be used again, such as bricks, were saved. After the cleanup, the huge effort to rebuild Moore began. The city wanted people to be safe from tornadoes in the future. Schools and homes were rebuilt to include storm shelters or cellars. Replacing all the damaged buildings would be hard work, but the townspeople knew they would have help along the way. You have faced a long road ahead, President Obama told the people of Moore, but you will not travel that path alone. And then President Obama actually showed up in Moore, Oklahoma to talk to the residents that live there, which would be fantastic, right? And that's the end of our book. It gives a few profiles of people they talked about in the book. And there's that hero teacher, which is so cool. And then, of course, at the end of our nonfiction book, there's the glossary that has like all the hard words, like it's a little mini dictionary, right? And then a bibliography where this author gives credit where she learned about tornadoes, so where she got some of her information from, she gives credit, and then some suggested reading that you could go on from there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this true story, right? And just remember, when we do practice things at school, like fire drills and evacuation drills, it's to prepare us just in case, right? It's always good to be safe. So I wish you all a good day and a good week, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.